Uncomfort. What comes to your mind when you think of uncomfort? One thing I could tell you that comes to my mind is going to the gym. It's an uncomfortable thing you could do, but the results of doing workouts can maximize your performance. It can maximize your confidence. It can even maximize your health. But here's the thing about uncomfort. A lot of people just don't like it. And I'm one of those people. Because uncomfort doesn't feel good. When you're doing something uncomfortable, your first instinct is to stop doing it because it feels uncomfortable. When you're eating healthy and the food doesn't taste as good as, make an example, fried chicken. I know a lot of people that love fried chicken. I used to tear up some fried chicken. Back when I was eating meat, I used to tear up some fried chicken with some hot sauce. Uncomfort. Imagine me eating now. I'm eating a little bit healthier, but when you think about eating something that doesn't taste good, it's not seasoned properly, it doesn't have, your taste buds are just sitting there like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? That's your taste buds. But the health benefits of what you're eating is helping your body. You see what I mean about uncomfort? Uncomfort can yield great results. The uncomfort, again, another example was getting up on here on YouTube. I was uncomfortable turning this camera on and recording a video for absolute strangers. I was very uncomfortable with that. I was stuttering. I still have times when I stutter, but compared to my first video, like, I've been doing a lot of videos now and I'm getting a little more comfortable. That's the good comfort. But like I'm talking about, the uncomfort part. That's the part where you don't know what results you're going to bring until you keep living in that uncomfortable moment. And that's the topic I want to talk about with you guys. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let's start being uncomfortable. It's 2025. A lot of us, yes, it feels good to be comfortable in your bed, Netflix on, watching your shows, you got your wine next to you. That feels good. Especially after a long, hard day, it feels good. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. What I'm saying is we should present more times or more activities of uncomfort that's going to disrupt the comfort zone that we already are used to feeling. So, for example, let's get out of, instead of just sitting on the couch watching Netflix every night, let's disrupt that and let's put a workout in, which is what I'm going to do. That's my plan. I have some free time now, so I'm definitely going to do that. Let's throw a workout in there. Let's do something that we know is going to benefit us. It's going to be uncomfortable for me because it's basically forcing my body to get back in the shape that I know I should be in. And a lot of times, when you don't work out for a while and you start suddenly working out, your body is going to tell you this in the forms of soreness. It's gonna affect you in ways of you get fatigued a little easier doing like push-ups a certain amount. You just start getting more tired because your body wasn't doing that before. That's the uncomfortable part. And while you're in that mode of exercising, your body is going to tell you, you need to stop. Like right now, this feels uncomfortable. But here's the beauty about this example of uncomfort. When you don't listen to your mind and you keep doing more push-ups, you keep going ahead with that exercise. You're not listening to that uncomfortable voice, that third party voice in your head that's telling you, stop. Go get some ice cream, as a matter of fact, you know? You know, you got that chocolate cake in the back of the fridge, right? Waiting for you. You know, you got that carrot cake, that delicious carrot cake you've been waiting to just throw a fork into it. You know you want that. Stop doing these push-ups and let's dig in. That would be the comfortable thing for you to do. The uncomfortable thing would be to say, nah, I'm gonna drink some water. After this workout, I'm gonna drink my protein shake to kind of alleviate the pain and soreness I'm gonna feel. It's going to be uncomfortable, but yet I'm still going to do it. Let me make another example of uncomfort. Taking cold showers. Guys, listen to me. I did this during the summertime. I started to adjust my water, and I just started randomly taking cold showers because there are some benefits to taking cold showers. It does something to your body. It helps your body to just get used to that. First of all, it helps with skin. It helps your skin to get that tightness to it. So it helps your skin to maintain, less wrinkles because it helps to tighten your skin, the cold water. Amongst a plethora of other benefits that it has. With sickness, it helps to boost your immune system, all the cold water. Now, here's the thing about the uncomfortable part. When it turns wintertime, do you think I want to turn on some cold water and get into that shower? That is the most, I'm not going to lie, I have not done it yet. During this winter, it's been brutal. Like, I think I may have done it once or twice when it started getting cold. It was so much easier and comfortable to do it during the summertime. But imagine wintertime. You turn on that cold water, now you're like, nah, this ain't the vibe right here. I can't feel this. I don't feel this at all. Nah. And I love my warmth. I love to be comfortable. I love to have my blankets. Like, I would wrap myself like a taco and go to sleep. I love my comfort. But in my mind, I'm like, this is why I had to come with this topic, because I'm like, where does progression come from being comfortable? And I don't see any progression being made when I'm comfortable. All the progression in life that I see comes from when you're uncomfortable with something. When you're in situations that life doesn't have an instruction manual for. When you're in situations where you're just like, all right, I really don't know the next step. I don't know what to do. Where the only thing you can do is just pray, and you're just wondering, or you just feel like there's no other way out of your current predicament. It's almost like that back against the wall kind of feeling. Like you just feel like you've been backed into a wall and life has just pushed you against that brick wall and held out his hands like this, like, what? What's up? That's what it feels like life is done. But we got to start hitting life back. We got to start punching life back, because life been whooping our ass. It's been whooping. You ever just see someone on the street walking and you just like, damn, life has been tearing their ass up. Like, you can see it in some people's eyes. There's people out here walking around looking defeated. like life has just tore them to shreds and they don't know what the next step is. And I feel for people like that because it could happen to anyone. None of us are what's the word I'm looking for? It could basically happen to anyone. It could happen to any one of us, no matter what part of the ladder we've climbed upon, what rung we've grabbed next and ascended. We could slide down that same ladder and pass the same people we didn't pay attention to. And that's why it's good to humble yourselves. Don't ever get arrogant while you're climbing the success upon that ladder you're reaching for. Stay humble. That's a lesson I've learned a long time ago, just to stay humble, because I don't ever want to feel like, I know this won't happen, but I don't ever want to feel like I'm arrogant and I feel like I'm better than anyone. Don't matter what success I gain, I always want to remain humble because I know the trials and tribulations I've came from. And it definitely wasn't easy. It was rough. It was rough. I tell you, it was really rough. And I'm still thinking back to the past of the trials and tribulations I had to face. And I'm like, it ain't worth it. Like, I gotta remain humble. I can't get arrogant and act like I'm better than anyone. And I know this is a cliche saying, but I honestly understand this statement. I will treat the CEO just like I would treat the janitor. Two different positions, two different ways of life, I'm sure. Two different perspectives, but I'm going to treat them the same. The same as in, I'm not going to discriminate in any way based on their positions. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to treat them both with respect because both of them deserve the respect. And this is based on me not actually knowing them, but this is based on just having these two positions. I'm going to respect both of these parties. But back to uncomfort. Uncomfort is something we have to, I'm not going to say we have to master because I have not mastered it. So I won't push that agenda. It's something we have to dive into it, put our toe in first, put our toe in, kind of feel how it is. It's going to feel uncomfortable on our toes, but even when it feels uncomfortable, we got to dip the rest of our bodies into it. It's just like getting into a pool. When you first get into a pool, think about how cold that pool feels when you first just dip your toe into the pool. And then what's the next step that you have to do? You felt how cold that water was, right? Now, in your mind, you have to dip your entire body in to get the uncomfortable feeling away as quick as possible. So now you don't just dip most of your leg in, you just go right in. Because now you're thinking, let me just get this done. Let me dip my entire body in. It's gonna be cold, but the quicker I do this, the quicker I'll feel better. And then what happens? Then you start getting a little more comfortable because now your body adjusts to the temperature of the waters. You guys understanding why I'm bringing up this topic of uncomfort and why it has so many benefits? There's a lot of things that make us uncomfortable in this life. A lot of things. But don't get me wrong. There are some things that are uncomfortable that are not good for us. Like on our jobs, they'll bring uncomfortable agendas to you. things that don't feel right and things that you question and you're like, am I really supposed to be doing these things? Those are the things that are not going to progress you, because they set it up in a way where it benefits the company, not you. You just have that on your plate now. You have to figure out how you can get that done. So instead of them hiring someone else, which will cost them money, they have their same employees just take on more work with the same pay. Those are not the uncomfortable tasks that I'm talking about. Those are just things that a lot of these sucker companies will do to their employees, unfortunately. They take advantage of their employees and we end up paying the price. And we just wonder, why us? Why are we doing these tasks that someone else can't do? But again, they want to save money. They don't want to pay someone else to actually do that specific task. So they put it on your plate for you to do. Let's find ways to be uncomfortable with a purpose of progression. Find something in your life that is uncomfortable, but you know is going to produce great results in the future. I brought up a couple. Eating healthy. You have to know by this time, at your age, whoever's watching this, you have to know eating healthy is part of your wealth. Health is wealth. So if you're not eating healthy, if you're eating a pizza each night, you're eating fried chicken, pizza, French fries, that's your diet, you know that's not good for you. You're not putting any fruit in your diet, you're not putting any vegetables. Start subtracting some of those foods, even if it's for like one day out of the week. I'm not saying you got to take all those foods away. I'm not saying that, because that would be unrealistic. Start it slowly. Use one day. One day that you're about to eat that unhealthy meal, switch it out for something like vegetables, fruits, and stick it to that one day each week. Start it slow. See if that makes a difference. Right now, I am trying to drink more water. I'm very challenged by this because it's just hard to continuously drink bottles of water. Right now we buy bottles of water. I want to get a filter. That's what I want to get. That'll make it easier. But for now, we buy the bottles of water, and the most I drink, I would say, is probably about 2 bottles. I want to increase that. Our body needs plenty of moisture, plenty of liquid, water. And it's going to hydrate our skin. It's going to make us be able to use the bathroom easier. You know what I mean? Like it has so many benefits to it. Is it going to be uncomfortable for me? Yes. But again, uncomfort, some parts of uncomfort, not all uncomfort, can produce great benefits. And it's our job to find out what we can be uncomfortable with in life. That's going to help us. Because when you're comfortable too long, to be honest, you become stagnant. You become stagnant and you don't grow. And if you don't grow, you stay in the same place. We always want to grow in this life. And staying in the same place, not growing, not learning something new, not going to a new level, what are we really trying to accomplish? What are we trying to accomplish? If you have goals in your life and you know you want to complete these goals, we got to get up. We got to be uncomfortable. So that's the word I want to share with you guys. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, guys. Peace.